There are certain men who have an intimidating presence, whether they mean to or not, and Sigma males fall squarely in that group. A Sigma male is a rare breed, the lone wolf type who moves through life unconventionally, ignores social norms, and chooses his own methods over how it's always been done. He isn't loud or showy, yet his presence changes the temperature of any room. People can't decide if he's a mystery to solve or a rival to watch. What they're really sensing are the habits and traits that set him apart. In this video, we'll break down 8 ways how Sigma males intimidate others. Number 1. They have steady, unflinching eye contact. Most people soften eye contact with quick glances away or friendly smiles, hoping to look non-threatening. A Sigma male does the opposite. He keeps his gaze level, quiet, and unbroken just long enough to read micro-reactions. That steady focus feels like an audit of your confidence. The stare is neither aggressive nor blank. It is investigative, as if he's listening for a truth your words might skip. Even seasoned talkers can lose their rhythm under that microscope. They start fidgeting, over-explaining, or laughing too loudly, revealing more than they planned. The Sigma's eyes didn't change. The pressure came from the sudden spotlight on their own uncertainty. Number 2. They have a mastery of silence. When conversation hits a lull, most people panic-fill the space with filler words, small jokes, or light gossip. The Sigma male lets the pause stretch. He is comfortable letting silence frame his next sentence, confident that clear ideas arrive once the noise dies. That pause forces others to sit with their own thoughts, something many avoid. They rush into the vacuum, oversharing or backtracking, just to break the tension they created in their own heads. The Sigma simply listens, gathering more data while spending zero extra energy. His stillness says, "I'll speak when there's something worth saying," and that restraint subtly places him in charge of the tempo. Number 3. They have an impenetrable privacy barrier. Social culture trains people to trade personal details like business cards, job changes, weekend plans, relationship drama. A Sigma male offers none of that. He shares only what's required for the moment and stores the rest behind a wall few are invited to climb. Because outsiders can't map his finances, goals, or next moves, they can't predict or control him. Uncertainty breeds anxiety, and anxiety often shows up as gossip or rumors about why he's so secretive. Nothing is secret. It's just none of their business. The unknown makes people uneasy, but it keeps the Sigma's life immune to outside meddling. Number 4. They have stoic body language that commands space. Without puffing up his chest or crowding anyone, a Sigma occupies space with calm certainty. He stands balanced, shoulders relaxed, movements economical. There's no nervous tapping, no restless shifting, just an understated readiness that signals control. That steadiness makes louder personalities reassess their own stance. A man who needs attention may dial back his volume after noticing how little noise the Sigma needs to exude confidence. In group settings, the effect is subtle but clear. People angle their bodies toward him for cues, even when he hasn't spoken a word. Number 5. They are immune to social control. Favors, flattery, and peer pressure guide most group decisions. The Sigma male sidesteps all 3. He funds his own plans, keeps his schedule flexible, and refuses to accept leverage disguised as gifts. When someone tries to guilt him into a commitment, he politely declines and moves on without explanation. Because no one can tug his strings, they can't predict his next move, and unpredictability breeds caution. In practical terms, the group stops trying to bend him and quietly adjusts around him instead. Number 6. They have predictive insight that feels like mind reading. Years of watching, rather than talking, have trained the Sigma to notice patterns faster than most. Subtle tone shifts, cluster breaks in group dynamics, small market indicators. He picks them up and projects the likely outcome. Say he calls a bad plan doomed, and it fails days later. People chalk it up to luck. When it happens again, they grow uneasy. They begin to guard their words, fearing he's already charting their motives. His mind reading is simply pattern math, but in a world where many glide on autopilot, it feels almost supernatural. Number 7. They are unshakably calm in crisis. Chaos hits, and most people speed up. Louder voices, faster movements, thick clouds of blame. The Sigma slows down. He breathes, examines the variables, and moves straight to the lever most likely to halt the slide. That steady pulse throws frantic helpers off balance. If he's this calm, maybe the situation is worse than they thought. Or maybe their panic is pointless. Either way, his presence forces a reset of the emotional temperature. Fear loses momentum when one man stands still in the storm, and that stillness can feel as commanding as any shouted order. Number 8. They are relentless in their self-improvement. Because the Sigma measures progress in private metrics, no one sees the daily work. They only see the sudden leap, new skill deployed, new solution offered, physical improvement evident. Competing against a man who reveals nothing until the results land can feel like boxing a shadow. The uncertainty intimidates because the gap is invisible. Rivals can't tell if they're a step behind or a mile. Meanwhile, the Sigma keeps climbing, driven by a competition no one else can enter, the one against his own previous limit. So, why do Sigma males intimidate so many people? Because most people measure safety by the familiar rhythms of talk, predictable displays of status, shared rules they rarely question. A Sigma male steps outside those patterns and stands there, calm and unmoved, like a mirror that shows how much of people's confidence rests on noise and approval. His silence exposes their chatter, his self-direction highlights their drift, and his steady gaze reminds them how seldom they look inward for permission. In that light, intimidation is simply recognition, a quiet man proving, without threat or boast, how powerful self-mastery can be and how far they've yet to travel to claim the same strength for themselves. Do you agree with the points I discussed in this video? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. For more deep dives into the Sigma male mindset, be sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. If you're ready to continue your journey toward achieving greatness, hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Click here to see 8 big reasons why people hate Sigma males.